Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to conclude our little mini-series from Papercraft Society box 65, and we're going to make a 5x7 card, greeting card, and it's going to be a layered card. So I'm just going to pop the box on the floor next to me, and we're going to start off. We're using bits and pieces from the pack, but as I always say on this channel, you don't have to have this pack to make this type of card. Use whatever you've got. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be using elements from the pack, but as I say, you use whatever you've got in your stash. So we're going to start with a piece of white card, which was from my own stash. And I've cut this down to a 5x7 card. So that's going to be our base. And then you will need a mat, which is 4.5 by 6.5. This is from the pack. So I'm just going to pop some, I'm going to use some glue stick for this. But if you want to use a PVA style or a tacky glue, you can. But the orange one is actually the strength of tacky glue. So that's why I'm using it. And it's slightly cleaner, not much, than the bottled glue. So I'm going to just lie that down there like that. And of course, if you use glue rather than tape, you could use tape if you wanted to. But if you use glue, as we've said before on this channel, you've got time to get it where you want it. If you use tape, you don't really get a second chance unless you're extremely lucky. So there we go. Already we've got a really nice card with a little bit of a border. And then you will need another white mat. Of course, you don't have to have your base card as white. You can have it whatever colour you like. I've chosen white because it's easier to write inside. So I have got a white card that is 6x4. That is going to lay on there like that. And for that, because this is a thicker card, I am going to use my Creative Craft bookbinding glue. So I'm just going to zigzag or squiggle some glue. Make sure we get it in those corners, otherwise they could lift. So we'll use our glue for that. And turn it over. And we're just going to centre that like that. Of course, you don't have to make yours pink. You don't even have to make it floral. You can make it whatever you like, in whatever colour, and whichever style and character, theme, that's the word I was looking for. You can do it whichever theme you like. You could just do plain colours if you want to, or mixed colours. So you do this however you want. And then we are going to have one final mat. Again, I've cut mine from pink. And I've cut mine from the cardstock, and you'll see I've got an aperture in there, but we'll come to that in a minute. And this, my pink mat is 5.5 by 3.5, and the oval die from the middle is 3.5 by 2.5 inches. And all of these measurements will be in the description box below, so don't worry if you haven't got anything to write down. You don't have to worry, and of course you don't have to have an aperture at all, and you don't have to have an oval aperture. You can do whatever you like. But on the back of here, I have got some foam pads, and what I should have done before I started the video is I should have taken the backing papers off, but I didn't. But we'll quickly do that now. Won't take a minute. So we're going to take that off like that. I'll just get them out of there. I don't want them getting in the way. I think we're almost there. We're there. Excellent. Let's just brush them to one side so that they don't become a distraction. And what I'm going to do with those, I'm just going to quickly run my glue stick over the top of them. This will just give us a little bit more time so that it doesn't grab instantly. So we've got a little bit of time, not much, but a little bit of time to centre it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold mine in the middle. I'm going to lay it down where I think it's going to go. Yeah, I think that's just about right. Excellent. So I'm going to stick that down there like that, and already we have a really nice card. Now, I'll show you what I'm going to do for the focal image. I have taken an oval, and this is one of the ephemera. Now, I didn't measure this, so let's have a quick look. If you're not using this box, this measures, let's say 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And on the back, I have die cut some leaves from the pack, but again, you can use whatever you've got. You can even stamp them if you want to. And I've got 3 layers or 3 rows, 3 pieces, that's the word, 3 pieces of foam pads, 3 separate foam pads. And if I just remove that backing paper, you can see what I've done. I've popped them on the back so that they'll automatically stick. So we're going to remove the backing paper like that, flip that over. I'm not going to bother putting glue on it this time. I'm just going to gently lay it down, and I think that's about right. Just spread that out a bit better. Stick it down, and there we go. And so I cut 4 leaves as the larger ones, and then I cut 2 of them down just a little bit smaller so that they sit behind each other. And for the final touch, we're nearly done with this one. Again from the pack, but once again you can use whatever you've got. I found this lovely little heart that said "Sent with Love," which I think is gorgeous. And again, I've got a foam pad on the back, and I was deciding whether to put it down here, up here, up here, but you know what? I think I'm going to put it not overhanging the aperture, but just above. So I'll just lay it down first. Yep, I think that's about right. So I'm going to give it a press like that. Now, I was toying with the idea of putting flowers in the corners, but when I tried it out, I thought it looked a bit over the top. It looked overworked, overdone. So, and this image in the middle is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't really need any more. So if you wanted to, you could put some flowers on it, maybe some small flowers or some bling in the corners, but I've decided I'm going to leave it like that. So there you go, guys. There is our, I think we'll call it layered card. And that's the end of this mini series from Papercraft Society. So when I come back on Monday, I will be starting a new series, and this is a rather special series. It's one I've been planning for quite a long time now, and I had to suspend it when I was looking after my Graham. But it's a series of cards and bits and pieces, templates, that's the word I was after, that I've actually designed. So I'm in the middle of designing my own collection. And what I'm going to do, we're going to call it shared templates. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the templates, and I'm going to keep them on the screen so that you can screenshot them, and then you can cut them out and you can make your own from these templates if you want to. Not this one, but from the next one. But anyway, that's for next time. So something a bit different. So that's what we'll be doing on Monday, or at least we'll be trying it on Monday. I haven't tried this out yet, so it could be an unmitigated disaster. So let's, fingers crossed, let's hope it's not an unmitigated disaster. And I will see you on Monday. And in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.